Hello everybody. Yeah, I'm back for a stroll because I know some of you like the stroll videos. So it definitely mixes it up a bit, changes the vibe a little bit. I was a little bit cross earlier, and I had made and edited a full video, about 20 minutes. Not the right vibes, not what I'm trying to achieve for my channel. But I still want to talk about similar things, and that's what I'm going to do. I know my hair's messing it. It's a little bit greasy. I need to have a shave, but I'm still pushing myself to get out and do things and carry on and stuff and like that. So yeah, the video was talking about self-worth and what constitutes self-worth, and the opinions we have as a society on what is a valuable human being, or a valuable man, or a valuable woman, and how do we challenge those things to accommodate more people. Well, personally, I think we have a large attachment to people's careers and jobs, and the monetary value people bring to the world and stuff. And I think as we've grown as a culture and as a society, some of the things that were initially incredibly valuable to us as a species have been left behind, and we've put other things to the forefront of what's important. And I want to challenge some of those opinions and views, because I put it at the start of the video. There's a quote by Albert Einstein, and he says, "If you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it'll spend its entire life thinking it's stupid." And I think that's what we do to people. It's what we do to people. And then we're at a point in time, and it's been growing year by year, to the point now where mental health is a killer. Like, it's prevalent. It's so prevalent and detrimental to everybody, not just the person, but like society as a unit. And I think part of the reason is because we try to pigeonhole people into what we value, and it's like, I think when I suffered with my mental health, and I still do, but when I did really badly, it was a crisis of meaning. It was a crisis of purpose, and struggling to know who you are, who you're meant to be in this world, when there's so many pressures and so much external stimuli trying to pull you this way, that way, all around, and no one knows really what or who they're supposed to be, especially at this point in their life, especially at late teens, early 20s and stuff. And it's unfair because we're an entirely different generation. Nobody until the last 20 years grew up in a world where they had access to every form of information possible, and they had access to everyone's lives at the touch of a button, and every picture you've ever shared is just visible at any given time, and every aspect of your life is monitored and critiqued, and it's like an oxymoron. It's like, whilst we're at the peak of technology, we're at the lowest point so socially, you know, as connected as we are. And it's not, I'm not repeating anything new. I'm not repeating anything no one's heard before. But yeah, it's a dire loss of meaning. And what that means is that when you don't know where you're going and what you're doing and why you're doing the things you do, you don't see the point in doing it. You fall into dire straits. And it's compounded by attitudes that people share. That like, you're not good enough unless you're doing this, or you're only worth something if you are. There is some sort of... Alright? And there's no form of worth as a person unless you bring in something to the plate, and without values as a person, and morals and ethics and things to keep you in check, then you're bound to fall off the path, the wagon, for sure. I urge you, if you're watching this, to challenge what you deem as valuable, and deem it, you know, whether your values are actually harmful. You know, value in honesty, and value in charisma, value in courage, those are good values. Do you value someone's skills, or do you value the way someone can do things for you? You know, what they can provide, what service they provide, what kind of material you can garner out of somebody. If you are struggling and you're trying to be pigeonholed into a direction that you don't particularly want to do, then you know, have a bit of courage and stick up for yourself and say, you know what, as much as you maybe want this for me, or as much as you push me towards this certain direction, I am more in control of my life than you can be. And ergo, if I don't want to do something, I'm entitled to not do it. And you know, I am sort of talking about careers and jobs and things like that as well, because like I say, the value is monetary. People's worth is determined by how much money they earn and what car they drive and stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when there's people who are suffering, i.e. like homeless people or low income families and things, seen as not good enough, by whose standards? By whose standards? Your value is determined by your own ideas, your own inference of your actions. You're allowed to be proud, whoever you are, you know. I'm privileged to be at a point in my life where I can choose what I want to do. And if something's not serving me, and something's not being kind or invigorating me or fulfilling me, then I am capable and wise enough to express myself in a way that is kind but also stern, you know. I don't want to do that thing, and that's okay, that's fine. There's a very common saying, isn't it? It's like, if you do something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And that's true. Some jobs that I've done in my life, I've loved every second of. Some of them have been incredibly difficult as well, physically strenuous. And I've loved every second. I would have done it for free. I would have done it for free because it was so enjoyable. It was like, then the jobs that I did that I depended on, that I needed to do because I needed the money, I hated every second. Every job that I've ever done because I depended on the money, hated it. Every job that I did out of joy and energetic, the money was like a byproduct. It was like a cool, exciting, yeah man, I'm doing this thing that I love and I'm getting paid for it. If you want to grow as a person, I'm sorry, it's going to be noisy, I'm on a busy road now. If you want to grow as a person, you have to find your values, what you value most, and work towards encouraging that growth. That area of your personality, you want to bolster it and build it up and make it beautiful and exciting and nice and things. So me, for example, incredibly socially anxious person. You know, absolutely terrified of people all the time. Always have been, and it got worse throughout my life. Now look at me, walking and talking in front of people. You know, I go for walks. I go for a walk every day, at least once a day, just to force myself to be amongst people. Every time I meet somebody walking by, I'm always the first person to say hello. I always say hello. I always, you know, make my presence known in a kind way, so that despite it, despite my fear, I can still project love, yeah, in situations of fear. Those are the sorts of things my determination to be a better person, my determination to grow, and my courage, and my honesty, and my integrity is far more valuable to society than flipping a 40-hour-a-week job. You know, what am I going to do with? And you can argue, and this is where the conundrum lies, because you're very capable and easy to argue and say, you low life, you're not earning no money, what are you doing this, you know? Who are you to say? My counter argument is that I don't want to do that. But does that mean that I'm less valuable? Does that mean I can't contribute to society? Does that mean the things that I do in the meantime, between working, the things that I'm trying to achieve for myself, does that mean they're not valuable? Does that mean they're not worth doing because I'm not spending hours and hours and hours of my life doing something that I hate doing? My spirit is incredibly easily crushed, especially in stress. Okay, I don't deal with stress very well at all. Okay, I can handle it, I can live in it, I can sit in it for days and weeks and months. But doesn't mean it's good for me. Do you know what I mean? I could sit in fear until the fucking sun explodes. Okay, I could do that better than anyone else. Yeah, I can sit in fear. The point is why. The point is why I do that to myself, unless I'm doing it in a way that I can grow through it. Yeah, I have to be kind to myself. That means doing what I need to do to grow as a person. So letting other people's opinions and beliefs and society as a whole, which is just fucking wrong in itself, determine what makes me valuable, I ain't letting that happen. Yeah, I am a valuable human being. I'm an incredibly valuable human being, and even if nobody likes me, I would still push out love, I would still be kind, I would still be nice. So, you know, and I'm not trying to demonise money or a career. I'm not trying to be like some Marxist, you know, fool. I'm trying to say there's a balance. The balance should be for your benefit. Okay, you shouldn't live, and none of what I'm saying is wrong, and none of what I'm saying is treacherous or leading you down a rabbit hole. Or, you know, it's not. What I'm trying to say is, you have to find your value. You can't let other people tell you, determine your worth. No one's going to tell you what makes you a good person other than you. Yeah? They might see your qualities and inspire growth, but no one's gonna let you know that you're not worth nothing. Yeah? Nobody. Not society, not your family, not your friends, not people you don't like, not anyone, not your boss is gonna tell you that you're worthless. Because if you're trying your best, and if you're trying, that's it, that's all you can do now. So yeah, the malady that people go through, the crisis of meaning, is terrible. I'll help us get through that as well. I wanted to share some light on the, you know, people struggling and understanding their values and things, because that's a lot of mental health stuff. It's just knowing what makes you a good person. Anyway, I've tried my absolute hardest today. I've gone out for a couple of walks, been amongst the people, and yeah, I'm feeling good. Anyway, I hope you've had a good day, and I'll speak to you later. See ya. Namaste.